Okay, so this is the second half. They started the game, but I'm not sure exactly what happened that the ref had him start all over again. Here goes DJ 100% pressure. Got to remind them you're playing striker. Stay up top. Everybody's got the right idea. Everybody's playing the way that I wanted them to play, but they get back into that tunnel vision and they start making some rough passes. But once you get to like the 20-minute mark of the video, it's like something changed, something flipped. You'll see throughout the video that they just start making these beautiful passes. It's like it's coming back to almost like a muscle memory. Uh, I really can't explain it because it's not like they're checking or scanning or doing anything that we've trained them to do, but the passes are there. So I'm not sure what it was or what it is that happened, but the passes were great. You'll see Tatum and Sergio. I can't remember who else, but I remember Tatum and Sergio. Their footwork came out of nowhere, like the stuff that we've been practicing and they haven't been showing it all game, and then out of nowhere, everything just clicked for them. The footwork came, the the speed came, the hustle came, the passes were immaculate. It was kind of hard to explain, but anyway, there goes another offsides. Patient with a save. So it's pretty much the same thing, right? It's like we're letting their strikers take shots on our goalie. Something that we definitely got to get away from. We just got to be more physical, get in between them and the ball. We really got to set a little bit more dates for our defense training. Another thing that you'll see during this half is our emotions taking over. The fact that they made a mistake, they throw their hands up, they get upset or whatever. So those emotions are really contagious. So if you're watching this, and you're playing for an energy, I'm telling you right now, you got to cut away from those emotions. Those emotions are really contagious. Once you start doing it, then your teammates start doing it. Once you start giving up, your teammates are gonna start giving up. So it's a psychological thing. Look, this is those beautiful passes that I'm talking about. He wasn't even looking up. He made a beautiful pass. Now, Sergio, Sergio with later on in the game, you'll see like beautiful footwork, and I'm just thinking like, man, where was that? The rest of the game, but it's a confidence thing for sure. For sure, it's a confidence thing, and again, maybe it comes back to maybe the little mistake that he did. So now he's playing a little bit. He thinks he's playing a little bit more safe, and he wasn't able to finish like he usually does. So we gotta talk about that little confidence thing during practice because I'm positive that it's a factor in our game. Uh, that pass was a little bit rough. See again, Victor right there with the little throwing a little fit or whatever. So you throw a little fit like that, and you're playing center mid. Uh, it makes a huge difference because he's nowhere to be found. It could really be a game changer if you throw a fit. Man, that just gives the other team a good 5-6 seconds to react. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Again, that tunnel vision, you get a head-on collision when you're staring at that ball. Their defense was actually playing pretty good defense, But I know for a fact that every single one of our kids could could uh, could beat those defenders any day of the week. Uh, so if you haven't noticed, Henry played his little heart out, and I'm talking about he played his little heart out. I put him at right defense, and he did really great. So the right side is where I'm going to keep him. You know, I'm going to maintain him. He's done good on the left side and the right side. I've seen him drop some bangers from the left side. I've seen him do real good on the right side, dropping some bangers on the right side as well. Uh, you'll see right here, man. He plays his little heart out for probably anywhere from probably like 10 or 15 minutes, just going hard. You know, nobody gets by him. He hustles hard on defense. He maintains his line. You know, doing everything right, everything as he should. Putting his hands on people, putting his body on people. I'm talking just hustling, just straight hustling. So, Henry, if you're watching this, thank you. You really held it down on that defensive line. So, here comes my subs. I took out Vic and I took out Tatum. So Tatum doesn't always play center back. He was just subbing in for Caleb. Caleb was getting a little wore out, so I put Tatum in there. He held it down. He did pretty good. Vic Vic was a little bit in and out. You know, he wasn't dropping back, so figured he needed a little bit of rest. I threw Eli in there. That's his old position, center mid. And DJ unfortunately took a ball to the head, but he thugged it out, maintained composure, and here goes and I think that was offsides as well. Took another shot on Pacer, but it was offsides. Threw up that flag. Hey, so Energy, if you're watching this, that defensive line was perfect. Everything that y'all did on that defensive line was good. The only thing that I would ask from you is to be more aggressive. Stop letting these players take these shots on our goalie. Once you start doing that, you know, start getting a little bit more aggressive, we're gonna have a way better outcome. So, again, our midfielders staring at the ball. We got to be more active. Here comes Henry. Beautiful ball to Sergio. And like I said, it's like that muscle memory comes in. They start making these passes, but I think a big factor was our positioning. Once we started getting our positioning right, those passes just became a little bit more just a lot easier, more natural, more normal. So another thing, Energy, if you're watching this, strikers, I don't want you involved in the midfield as much as you would think. I need you to stay with the defense, right? So if you're one of the players that's constantly asking to play striker, I'm telling you, I don't want the other team's defense to control that ball. I want you to pressure them 100%. That's your only job as a striker is pressure the other team's defense, get them to cause a mistake. Once they make a mistake, then you jump in and you take that shot. Again, a good save, but the fact that nobody went to go help Pacer is a really big deal. You cannot leave Pacer by himself. You can't leave any goalie by himself at that. So situational awareness, whose ball is it? Who should cover? Who should move in? Who should move out? You know, those things that y'all got to talk about during the game. talking to your teammates that are right next to you. Hey, it's yours. Hey, it's mine. You know, small things like that make a big difference. So here goes Henry. So right at 10 minutes, uh, and like I said, he played his little heart out. He was able to get a quick sub. Comes Sergio with that throw in. So I think they blew the whistle, and he had to wait for the ref to blow the whistle, and he made such a big mistake right here, and we were so lucky that he hadn't blew the whistle yet, so he was able to go back and take that throw in again. Here comes Eli with the fancy juggling, trying to settle that ball down. Again, uh, it's got to be a confidence thing, because once you start getting into like the 15-minute mark or to the 20-minute mark, their passes were just, they were beautiful passes. Everything they were doing was just right on point, you know. So here comes Tatum. Tatum don't usually play. Well, actually, he does play. He does play right defense, but I usually keep him in the midfield, or running down the sidelines in as a winger. But he did pretty good on defense. He's always done really good. So that header, trust me, it's no big deal. It happens. It's part of the game. Unfortunately, for the 11U, it's not allowed. So no big deal. Again, don't let it bother you. If you let something as small as that bother you, and it's gonna keep messing with you throughout the game, and then if you look like you're down and out, your teammates are gonna start looking down and out, and it's just gonna be a contagious thing where it just spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads. So after you got that header, then what sucks is that you start getting hesitant about it, and then you duck away from the ball instead of, you know, using your body to receive the ball or to settle the ball down. So here comes a punt. Settle it down. Again, Caleb with the save. Tatum with the good ball. So immediately here, once you make that pass, you have to move. You got to move into a position where you could back up your wing, or your center mid. You know, open up so that you can be an option once again. Again, Caleb getting, so Caleb's defense is really, really good. He's doing what we've been asking them to do, is get in between the player and the ball. There's a couple of things that we still got to work out, but overall, he's done a real good job at that. So, man, this is that footwork that I'm talking about. 13 minutes in, almost loses it, then bam, hits him with that little footwork again. Gets a beautiful pass to Sergio, and unfortunately, we couldn't finish. But like I said, it's like, man, that came out of nowhere. Where was that, 10 minutes ago, or the first half? But it might have been, like, little jitters from it being their first official game of the season. But as you see the video go on and on, it's like something switched. So I love to see it. They look really, really good. I hope they're I hope y'all get to watch this and realize how slick y'all are looking out there, especially with those no look passes, not even looking up and making some good passes. And the footwork. So you'll see Sergio at the very end with some crazy footwork. It's just, it's got to be a confidence thing because they make it look like it's muscle memory, you know, second nature or whatever. Again, we haven't done a lot of reaching throughout the game, but then they were tired. It was hot. They started reaching. Dude, this shot off the crossbar into the ground and then into his hands. It was so wild. I really thought it went in, and there goes Henry with the chest. I know them boys thought that they were in a bind. So that was a that was a lucky. It was lucky that it didn't go in. They go back to hustling for the ball. Pacer with another save. Sends it to his right defense. DJ with the footwork. Saul with the ball, getting back to his center back. So that's definitely gonna have to be something that we work on. Our center back opening into space so that they can help out our defensive line. Another dogfight, you know, playing kickball. I think they kept playing. No whistle. Again with the kickball. Just kicking the ball just to kick it. That's 100% something that we got to get away from. Here comes Cole. Hustling for that ball. Man, I don't think Cole has an off switch. It's like he's on every game. He don't quit. He don't back down. Again, with those little tiny touches that just make sense. You know, it's like they've been practicing it forever, and they just make it look like it's second nature. You know, muscle memory. Love to see it. I love to see the stuff that we actually work on come into place. You know, during the game. We're just gonna have to keep working hard, keep talking about all this hard work. The fact that they're gonna be able to see this, hopefully all of you get to see this video and see that the hard work actually pays off. Uh, it'll hopefully be a motivator for all of you. So I know right off the bat, Sergio is fast. Sergio is fast. So the fact that he's letting the defenders even touch the ball is a little crazy to me because I know how fast he is. But like I said, it's just a little confidence thing. We'll get over it. We'll get over that hump. Man, I wish I had a better cameraman. So again, the good thing is it's our ball and they're both hustling for the ball. But what I would much rather have is somebody designated that, and then the foot was over the line. But having somebody designated to do the throw-ins, and we always have the defensive line do these throw-ins, but no big deal. I'm just glad that they're constantly active and they got their head in the right place. So I got these subs in and out. Got Carson back in there. So being that I only had 2 subs the whole game, I think Saul played almost a full game. I know that Carson almost played a full game. Who else played a full game? I think that might have been it. I think that might have been Carson and Saul holding it down for us. I can't really think of anybody else who didn't get a lot of bench time. Well, Pacer was at goalie the whole game. He didn't get a sub. And I think that might have been it. But that was another offsides call. One of the Hurricanes player got a ball to the back of the head, so ref did his job and made sure that he was good and safe to keep playing. So There goes that little beautiful pass. Again, hustling for the ball, trying to look for that. He had the right idea. It wasn't all there, but he had the right idea. I like that he was looking to make that right pass. So I think during this part of the game, we're mainly keeping the ball on their side of the field, and that's really what I want. So the fact that they're not doing the best job at maintaining possession. I kind of had a pacer, you know, get the ball towards our striker and past the midfield. Um, our free kicks is definitely something that we got to work on. Somebody that we got to designate. We used to have we used to have a Eli take all of them, but I'm thinking now we might have to change some people around. It might still be him, but we got to see whose accuracy is all there. So here's a corner kick. I think I said Victor. I sent Victor to take this corner kick. Deflected off of the Hurricanes. So we get another crack at it. A big thing that I want I want our defensive line to do is one center back's always got to stay back at the half. Here they go, clearing that ball. Here comes Caleb, trying to get it back into our midfielders. Gets a good ball to DJ. Gets that little fancy footwork. Loses the ball. Good pressure. Send them off to the sideline. Send them out of bounds. So here's where it starts to get a little bit more hectic. So they know that the end is near, and they're hustling hard to try to get one back for the team, trying to get the ball in the back of the net. And like I said, Cole, man, he don't have an off switch. He could run all day long. He could hustle for that ball all day long. Eli gets a little touch to try to maintain possession. Here we go again with Caleb. Does his job, gets in between the player and the ball. You see DJ right there, man. DJ was hurting for some water. I was waiting for us to maintain possession, but uh, we just kept playing and I really I couldn't sub him out. Offsides again, and our defensive line did such a great job maintaining that line. Uh, y'all should be proud of yourselves. We talked about it a lot last season, and the fact that we're playing with four in the back this season, and y'all kept them offsides, for so long or whatever, or as many times as you did. And that was beautiful. That was perfect. Again, crowding the ball, not calling for the ball. So that was a real nasty tackle. So they got a direct free kick off of that. Unfortunately, we ducked and they hit the back of the net. Uh, no big deal. Lesson learned. That's something that we're gonna have to talk about during practice. We'll address it when we get there. And this last minute, man, I'm telling you, Sergio, I don't know what got into him. He was trying to get that last little banger in, and he showed out his footwork. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful footwork. So, Sergio, if you're watching this, you did a great job. Uh, I really like the way that you looked out there. Comes Tatum with the ball to Sergio. Here comes Sergio. Little footwork here, little footwork there. Just playing with that ball, just making it look easy. And I'm telling you, he would have done that. He hit him with the little fake, with the little pump fake. Man, he just made it. He just made that look so easy. It was so beautiful. He called. He blew his whistle. That was in the game. So, Violet team, y'all did great. Our next game is gonna be better. Uh, like I said, like I told y'all before, I see the game as 1-1. Those 3 goals that they got on us were errors that hopefully we'll learn from. So we'll get back to it. I hope everybody gets to watch this and realize that y'all really did play an amazing game.